Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be showing you how to dominate on ASHE AD carry. She's really strong in the meta right now, and you should definitely pick her up if you're an AD carry main or if you just want to start learning AD carry in general. Excuse me. Alright, so you have two main builds on ASHE. You have a survivability, and then you have tank busting. If you want to be a tank buster, in this case they have a Volibear Cho'Gath, we're going to want KingStix. For survivability, it's pretty much just Immortal Shield Bow. You're really never ever going to go Gale Force. Your only true mythics are the Kraken and Immortal. Everything else is pretty trash on ASHE. I don't know why it recommends Gale Force. That's a massive noob trap for her. The only AD carry I've seen who takes it a lot is Jhin. He really needs it since he has trouble getting out of weird situations. ASHE, she can position a little cleaner, and her CC is a lot harder. It hits much harder. So for ASHE, you want to start W, get Q, then E, max W first, Q second, and E last. Here we're just going to give a leash. In this matchup with the Jhin Yuumi, we should be able to dominate them early. Yuumi's pretty weak early on. Her mana costs are high, her cooldowns are high. So we should be able to just take some short trades, build up a lead. In fact, we'll just walk through the tri-brush. Even if they try to cheese us try, they can't. You need to be really careful around tri-brushes as a bot laner when they have things like Thresh or Draven or Callista. Those are the type of champions who want to all in and kill you at level 1. So for our build, we're going to be going Kraken Slayer into Blade of the Ruined King, 2 tank busting items. They're going to synergize. We're going to get some life still. Lulu needs to step up a bit, but that's alright. We can just sit back and farm. Every time he tries to go into last hit a minion, we're going to try to hit him as long as it doesn't cost us a minion. If you're trying to trade, take really small trades at the cost of losing minions, then you don't want to do that. We're going to stay on top of him. Nice. Our lethal tempo was on a cooldown there, so the trade wasn't completely optimized. Oh man, that Lulu auto was tough. 79 damage. I'm just gonna try to freeze the wave where we have it. I don't want him to get it too far forward. This is a pretty good spot. You can freeze it a little farther back, but Jhin has a lot of wave push, so I don't want it to get too far out of hand. We have our Q now. Your normal trade, you're going to open up with typically a W to proc your lethal tempo, or you can just hit him with an auto if you outrange them. So there, I autoed the minion W to kill the minion and Jhin at the same time. This Yuumi's just spamming her mana like crazy. Since they're hitting the wave so much, we're having to counter hit it. That way they don't crash a tsunami into our turret. Really make sure you get those cannons. You can use your W if you need to, does a bit more damage. But just focus on getting those cannons. The closer you are to the minions, the easier they are to last hit in general because your auto attack gets there sooner. Gives you a little bit more of a window. Oh man, I missed that one. I'm gonna have to W the wave, and since I hit the enemy champion with an attack, it proc my lethal tempo. I don't know why Lulu. She's hitting the wave at really weird times. It's fine though. Not sure what the enemy jungler is. It's since Volibear, okay, there he is. We're not going to bother to use our E then. You normally only use your E when you don't know where the enemy jungler is or if you're trying to help out your jungler. We can all in them though, for sure. Jhin doesn't have heal. Just proc my lethal tempo. I'm going to step up on this. Dodge that. I'm going to heal early since their Yuumi has Ignite. I wanted to heal a little earlier, so I didn't cut my healing in half. I took that trade all in because we have minion advantage. Plus, like we talked about, they don't have heal and Yuumi's really weak early. Just make sure when you go in for those trades that your lethal tempo is up and ready to use and it's not on cooldown. And in that case, it was up. Nice. Nice. Pinched it. Very nice. We have this wave. We want to finish shoving it. We're going to launch an E like this. Notice how where we fired it, how it's going to go through most of Volibear's jungle. That's ideally where you want to put it. I'll show you when we're in Fountain. I think, yeah, Volibear's nearby. The way Yuumi was acting was super sus. I'm going to turn on her. I'm going to activate my potion. Alright, she actually pinched me there. Well played by Yuumi. I didn't think she still had her Ignite. That was a misplay on my part. I should use my potion a little bit earlier. I was ready to flash when she queued, but she never hit me with it. At least we still have our flash. First item you want to get when you're going tank buster is Noon Quiver. Super strong. And we'll pick up a potion as well. So whenever you use your E, Unless you think the enemy jungler's in your jungle, in which case you can fire it linear from like here through your whole jungle like this. But if you think they're in their jungle and they're about to gank, you just shoot it up perfectly through here. So you need to be roughly right there. So it's mainly once you have it pushed in, you can fire it linear. But you don't want to shoot lopsided arrows through the map where turrets are already giving vision and weird stuff like that. The E's are mainly for scouting out a whole side of a jungle. It's actually not too bad that Yuumi killed me, because Yuumi with the gold early doesn't matter too much. Plus, now she doesn't have Ignite, so when we go in for our next all-in, there's no way they'll be able to take it. We're up in CS as well. We don't necessarily want to shove it. When Jhin steps up, we'll trade. I'm going to dodge that, just stay on top of him. You can use your E to scout out the bush if you want. In this case, I have my ward, so I'm just going to use my ward. I'd rather save my E to scout out their jungle. Oh, wow, what am I doing? I went to itch my ear. I didn't even see her. Yeah, Yuumi pops off the pops off her host when you kill it. That was bizarre. I was so excited about killing Jhin that I just turned targets there. But it's really dangerous if Ashe does get a lead, or if you pick a bad matchup like Yuumi into Ashe, since we're so much stronger in 2v2s, if they step up, if we can nick them with our W, that slow's so big, combined with our approach velocity, they can't get away. This is the best rune set for Ashe. If you want the best runes, the items, everything all in one spot, go to the start of the video, you'll see it all there. Approach velocity is insane. If you hit them with anything, any slow, or anything that hurts their movement speed, you get a massive speed up towards them. That's essentially how he's not able to get away. I canceled an auto attack to sidestep that. Yeah, nice shield. Oh, and she took the ranged minion. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and back. It wasn't a great trade since Jhin got a chance to back and spend his gold. And I thought it'd be 1v2, but it's fine. We'll just reset from here. I'm not gonna stay. I'll pick up a pickaxe. I'll pick up, I guess I already have free boots. We'll just go back to lane. Free boots is nice. It's free 300 gold. Lulu's doing the right thing, trying to freeze the wave, as long as she doesn't die for it. But just stopping the wave from crashing into our turret will help us keep it in a more safe position. If your jungler's invading the enemy, you can use a hawk shot. So like, let's say our jungler was, Hecarim was going over here, I would shoot a hawk shot in this area. Just make sure you place it optimally where it ends, because wherever it ends, it blows up and gives vision for a few seconds. That's not great. I'm just gonna flash on him. I'm gonna hit her with my R, auto attack W, reset. Nice, nice. You can weave in your W in close situations like that when we already see where volley is. Whenever it's a fight to the death, because when your auto attack's on cooldown, just weave in a spell. Literally died. We just took him on 1v2. It's kind of funny. And Yuumi still had her R, or she just got her R. I'm gonna fire my E. I'm gonna see exactly what's up. So for example, we see the blues down, the wolves are down. We saw volley top. Now we know he's on red buff. We can ping this out. It's really, really big, man. Ashe's E in a competitive environment where people are paying attention, it's ridiculously strong. It can make and break games, especially with how meta she is in lane phase. She's not just a support champ, she's a true AD carry. There's a couple of AD carries right now who are kind of supporty early game. I would honestly put Jhin in that category. Even though Jin's S tier right now, his early game damage is, he's more about his snare. Like if you can gank for your Jhin, it's really good because then he can snare them and it's just so much CC. Jhin needs more time to scale and do damage, like all in fights early lane phase. Ashe is one of the better AD carries. Not the best, but one of the better because of the slows. They just can't get away. Oh man, that was unfortunate. Lulu's going on a farm fest over here. She has 12 CS. It's quite a bit. Because she doesn't have the last hitting support item. So Volibear's just on Dragon. We'll E out. I want to see where he's going. I'll ping that there's a pink in that bush. We're full item, so we can definitely one solo them. I want to get a ward in that bush though, just in case Volibear has a plant to go over. Our R is up as well. In with the W, stay on with our autos. Alright, we got his cleanse. Oh my goodness. That was really unfortunate. That was a lot of CC. Even though we dodged most of the Yuumi snare on her R, Volibear slowed us with his R when he jumped in on top of our heads. And Yuumi just barely nicked us enough to snare us. It's really unfortunate. Hit 3 or more. I don't believe that did hit us 3 times, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, that's unfortunate. Good gank by the Volibear. We should have been playing back since we knew he was in the area. That was a mistake on my part. Jhin has no cleanse. I'm going to shove this wave up super, super hard. If they stay, like, we'll kill them. And if they leave, we'll take turret. Just gonna scan through the bushes real quick. Yuumi can't jump for a second. Nice. Yeah, CCing Yumi's really good. If you CC her, when she's outside of her host, she can't jump for like 4 or 5 seconds. So that was the death sentence. She shouldn't have gone in for that weird ward. Gonna launch my E now that we're shoved up. I'm gonna launch it through his jungle. His blue's coming up. He's most likely gonna be down here. All right, he's right here. We're gonna ping him out for our team. And that's a lot of value. We can play super aggressive now. This Herald isn't going to do much. Herald can scrape 2 1/4 plates and it's already down to 1 plate. Jin's cleanse should still be on a cooldown. 100 seconds. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, this should be a kill. Or not. You see, we're just gonna stay on top of him. Nice! That Lulu R was fantastic. She CC'd the Yuumi and knocked him up. It's the power of KingStix. You chop through tanks like they're nothing. And take the turret. Since they're 2 dead, we see their mid laner. No one can rotate to get us. This isn't dangerous at all. And they're all still sitting where they're sitting. No one's reacting. And realistically, they can't. Because they haven't killed my laner. They can't just roam miscellaneously. That was a good play. I'm gonna do a short chop E. I think Volibear is gonna come over here. I want to know where he is. Yeah, I think he's probably just coming to his blue buff. I'm gonna get to this plant. It's harder to land Jhin R's the farther away the enemies are. I was so far away that he's kind of having to predict where I'm gonna go. That was really good. We did have to blow all of our sums though, which isn't ideal. I'll try to stay on top of him. Throw out a W. Keep him at max range. Your W has way more range than your autos, as you can see. This is your auto range. And then this is your W range. It's nearly twice the range. Just got to keep the enemies at bay. Ashe doesn't play very well if she doesn't have anyone to peel for her, since she doesn't have dashes. Like if the enemy team has heavy dive, it can be tough. So if your team doesn't have a tank or a real support champ, you may consider picking something a little more mobile like KingStix. Alright, we can get our full Blade of the Rune King. We're going to pick up a pink ward. Our E's on cooldown. Your E is really good for objectives as well. The endpoint, like I said, is really important because it blows up and gives vision for several seconds. I think it's like 4 or 5 seconds. So if you want to like lay it on dragon, as you know they're doing it, you can have vision of it the whole time. Just make sure you put the endpoint in a smart area. Putting the endpoint like deep in the wall here doesn't make sense. You'd want to put it actually on top of something. Oh man, we need to go top. I could have potentially R'd. I don't think we could have saved him though. I want to pick the Veigar. He probably knows we're here though. He just wasted his cage. We're gonna kill him. We have our... Oh wow. We hard whipped that R. Nice. We just kited it back. Veigar's out of mana. We're gonna step up on him. Auto attack W. We can't get away because 𝐒𝐿 balanced. And we have nice. Freaking kite this guy out. Penta, 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 penta. Woo! Ashe is such a good penta champ. What really makes Ashe meta, not only is the new item super good on her, but in terms of runes, it's magical. It's approach velocity. Having 8% movement speed whenever you hit them with an auto W or R is just insane. They can't get away. They have to have a LeBlanc dash or something. Good stuff, good stuff. I'm gonna launch it right there, like right on the gate, so we'll know. You see Volibear, and you see when it pops, it gives you vision for 5 seconds. So now we'll know if anyone walks. That's fantastic. So normally when you're rounding out this tank buster build, you either go for Rune-Ons or for Rage Blade. In this case, I would much rather have Rune-Ons since I'm playing. I could play pretty far up. I think it's better here. I'll get some. I think I'll go for Merc Treads here, honestly. Nah, we'll go for this. Since Ashe always goes lethal tempo, Berserker Greaves are decent on her. If you don't have lethal tempo because you're just taking the wrong rune set, I wouldn't recommend Berserker Greaves because you're gonna be attack speed overflowing with your Q active, combined with your items. Since we have lethal tempo and we're good at kiting though, we can essentially infinitely scale it. Let's get on the Vigar. Hit him with the W, he's slowed, he can't get away. We didn't quite pinch him. I think he flashed. Go ahead and stay on this turret. Nice. I'll launch my R down there towards that bush just in case they go in it. My teammates look like they're about to fight them. This will also give us vision if they're recalling. Set it to blow up right there. Feel free to cancel auto attack, so if you're already in the middle of one, you can cancel it. It's a little harder when you have such high attack speed, but you saw that me do that a lot in lane phase to dodge Jhin snares. You shouldn't really be split pushing like this on Ashe. I'm only doing it since I know where all the enemies are. I knew there was 3 bot and Volibear was trying to back, so I wasn't really in any danger. With that being said, like, I don't know why our teammates tried to fight that without Hecarim. They were trying to fight that like 2v3. I'm gonna need Hecarim to back or something. Problem is if they hit me with a single CC, I'm dead. One Yuumi Q into Jhin snare and I'm a goner. I may have to just give this. I'll get my ward down. You want to swap to Farsight Alteration at this point. You don't really want the normal wards. Cho'Gath wasted Q. I'm gonna stop autoing there for a second to dodge his stuff. Yumi's gonna die for this. Yeah, goodbye Yuumi. I didn't get either kill, that's fine though. They got the inhib, but I think they're gonna regret it. Oh man, that was actually so close. Yeah, it's normally to save your R to use it at close range so you don't miss it, but that would have been so juicy. I also wouldn't recommend shooting it across the map to try to 360 no scope. The enemy laners will make enough mistakes to where you should be able to punish them consistently in lane. I thought he was going to cross back over. Lulu needs to stick with me. She can't solo anybody. If we're together though, we can low-key 2v5. I'm just moving into their camps to punish them as they're all in base. Get a ward over the wall. Looks like they got the Volibear. I can camp it over here. Nice. Yeah, your Q is really nice. It doesn't cost much mana. Your R costs a lot of mana, your W costs a bit, and your E's free. I'm gonna throw a W. I can't engage on that yet. Nah, now I can. I just needed someone to go in and take the brunt of their blows first. Nice. I honestly just need to keep killing the Jhin. I'm gonna kite this back. I'm gonna heal. Yeah, they just can't move, man. Ashe is so strong. You guys should definitely pick her up. Once again, for the runes build, everything, go to the very start of the video. It's all about that positioning. You don't want to be the first one tanking in fights, but once your teammates are kind of going in, then you need to make sure you're in there autoing. Big part of it is understanding what the enemy's abilities have, like what they can threaten you with. They have very little to threaten me, unless 𝐒𝐿 lands Q on me, which isn't easy for him to do. Nice. I have my R, but I'm kind of low. I think we just dragon in base here. They're all respawning. They're going to have movement speed bonuses. I'll put an E right there to know if they just charge out. I set it right there so we know 𝐒𝐿's coming out. We see these goons coming out. We'll wrap it. We'll heal up off this. If they don't have any tanks, then you should be going shield bow instead. Shield bow into something like Bork or Rage Blade. He's just so slow and I'm so fast that it's really hard for him to do anything about it. Yeah, they just can't move. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I died from the ignite. I tried to flash the wall to heal off the Gromp, but the new Yuumi ignite finished me. 𝐒𝐿 R hit me for 600 friggin' true damage. They got 1,000 shutdown gold from killing me, and I still have another 700 on me. Man, boy, oh boy. At this point, yeah, just get our rune-ons. You can go rune-ons into IE. You normally don't want to rush down IE anymore after they nerfed it. It's only good once you've built up a few crit items. We already have 2 crits. So we could go for IE at this point. Essence Reaver isn't bad either, but I would rather have IE. IE synergizes with ASHE passive too. ASHE's attacks slow for more when it's a crit. ASHE's kill strikes deal no extra damage, instead increasing the slow. Alright, I see. So it increases the slow. I see. Alright, let's grab that red buff. Our R's coming up. Even though ASHE already has a slow, if there's no one else on your team who can use red buff properly, you want to give it to her. Like if you have a Lucian on your team, probably just give it to him, or a Quinn, another ranged champion in general. In our case, we don't have that, so it's just best for me to have that extra on-hit damage from the red buff, plus the included red buff slow will be quite nice. I should be able to solo 𝐒 as long as I dodge his knock up. It's a little risky now. I'm starting to. This 𝐒𝐿? Yeah, he's still here. What is he doing? I don't know. Just gotta kite him out. As long as I dodge that Q, I think he's screwed. I lost vision because of the bush, so I had to kind of. Oh wow, I really need Peel. Even though you're super strong, you need someone to take the brunt of the blow. They have quite a bit of CC too, with like 𝐒𝐿 silence and the Volibear's point and click stun. Looks like my team will probably win this fight without me, but I was just kind of limit testing there in general, especially past the 15-minute mark. You shouldn't be split pushing and trying to be a Jax. We're very close to our IE. It's gonna be huge power spike. You can still get magic resist if you need it on ASHE. You can still build for Ma. If they were more AP heavy, then I would. They have Yuumi, the Veigar, 𝐒, and a little bit of volley. So in theory, I could round off my build with a Ma, but for now, we're just gonna rush down the IE. We could even still get Bloodthirster for the shield. I would like to get a little bit of MR. I'm gonna have to follow Lulu around or just hide behind my team. They have too much. With the Yuumi, it's too easy for them. The Yuumi R, it's super easy to land to where even if I somehow dodge the Yuumi snare, if she hits me with her Q slow, which is hardly a skill shot, you're kind of doomed. This is where you just gotta play behind your team, land good Rs. Jin's dead. We're taking this. If Jin's dead, we're gonna fight 4v5. Nice. Not bad at all. You can't stand up like that. If they're missing someone on their team or if somebody's split pushing, you just take the short range R and you force the fight. You can keep blasting the turrets. Get on top of the Jhin. Kite back the volley. You kite out of the Veigar cage. It looks like their inhibitor just spawned. That kind of cucked us. We're back to full HP though off our Runon's healing. Got him. Ooh, I think I'm dead. Shit. A bit of a limit test. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this ASHE AD carry commentary guide. Let's see if our team can wrap it up. Oh man. Alright, looks like it's not actually over yet. Oh buddy, I should have just pulled back for the inhib. I'm just trying to see just how far I can push this damage. We see we're taking a lot of magic damage. I'm always pushing out magic damage. Blue's magic, red's physical, as you can see. Quite a bit of magic damage. Maw's not even bad on Ashe. We could round our build off with that. Or we could just go for QSS. I think QSS might be better because we are getting CC'd by the volley Q. Volley's stun is point and click. He charges at you and then stuns you. You can't really dodge it unless he just doesn't get to you. So QSS, we should be able to outplay that pretty hard. I'm gonna launch my Eon Dragon. I launched it a little late, not gonna lie. It's like Cho'Gath's back in right there. I could hit him with an R, but we don't have any way to really follow up on it. I'll just wait for my team. We could honestly just 5v5 down mid. Oh, you know what I need? I should get some armor pen. Armor pen would be really good here. I will say with Kraken Slayer, it's not 100% necessary because of the true damage on it, but still armor pen would be a decent option here. If I was full build, I'd probably sell my boots, get armor pen item. I forget what it's called. Oh yeah, it's just Lord Dominic's now. Yeah, we would just go for Lord Dominic since the Giant Slayer is so useful against their tanks. Because we have no HP items right now. Yeah, I guess we're just forcing it down mid. Garen needs to pull back though. Cho'Gath's got nearly 5k HP. Yeah, Yumi's trying to army right off the bat. Yeah, just bait out the Cho'Gath Qs, just stay moving. He has to silence or slow you before he Qs, or you just dodge it. He's really eating that true damage, and that's GG. I still have my R. Just flash R in point blank range. Can't dodge it. And that's how you play some ASHE AD carry guys here in Season 11. If you enjoyed this ASHE AD carry commentary guide, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is KingStix, and thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.